Welcome back, and a special happy birthday edition to Mr. John from Clockwork Highlander on this, the 15th of December. So, because it's your birthday, I don't normally deviate from my normal schedule just because of my own, how busy I am sometimes. I mean, if I'm bored, I'll do an extra video, but it helps keep me level and avoid burnout. But when there is someone who has a birthday and asks me to do a special birthday thing, absolutely, I'll indulge I'll indulge the whims, special shot, because after all, you guys are watching me, this schmuck who's just got a camera in the corner, a lousy mic, and just the stuff he's got on his computer, and you still find me entertaining for some reason. I should at least appease you on some levels. But yeah, so you asked the question, who will win in a fight? Goku and Vegeta from Dragon Ball Super. You love my terrible thumbnail, by the way, I made? I feel so proud of this thing. No, I don't. It's the best I could do. Versus Black Adam and Shazam. So, Goku and Vegeta, we've had these guys on the channel how many times now? How long has Dragon Ball Z been around? But we should still address these things. So, Goku and Vegeta, and we won't address, the manga, because the manga and the TV series are very different. Their canons are very, the Tournament of Power did not go the same way in the manga that it did in the anime. Not by a long shot. But, if you want to, we can kind of merge them together. But Goku and Vegeta obviously are basically the two strongest, minus Beerus and Whis, but the two strongest warriors in the respective Universe 7. Obviously, as Saiyans, they have access to their transformations. They are natural fighters. Transformations include Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2 for Goku, as Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue for Goku, Super Saiyan Ultra Instinct, and Vegeta or Super Saiyan Blue Evolve. Which screw that, it's always going to be Super Saiyan Royal Blue for me, because that made so much more sense to call that, and no one thought to call it that. I don't know. I don't know why. It's it's royal blue, damn it. Look at it. It was royal freaking blue. Anyway, so, but as it stands, how strong are Goku and Vegeta? They have access to, Galaga and Final Flash, Kamehameha, Kaioken, which multiplies Goku's abilities however many fold based on his multiplier. But that's all well and good. But how strong are Goku and Vegeta actually? Well, even at just base form, they are far stronger than most of their peers at this point, because through training with the divinity of their world, they have acclimated their Super Saiyan God powers to their base form. So their base form alone has already gained a substantial increase thanks to the boost from their the God Ki they've learned. Which means they can spar with someone like Beerus. Not very effectively, mind you, but someone like Beerus to a certain degree. Obviously, then there's Super Saiyan forms add a 50 times multiplier onto that. Yes, I know there's arguments to that. It's actually, he said the programmer said that, the Master Super Saiyan is actually not 50, he's more like 500. I say, look, I get that, but that's dumb. I'm not... people viewing that real Super Saiyan, like the true perfected Super Saiyan, is stronger than your average Super Saiyan. I have no objections to that. But the whole concept is well, actually, the multipliers are different, and here's why, It's I get it, but it's kind of dumb. Because from my understanding, the true Super Saiyan was more about perfecting your control of your ki in Super Saiyan, more than it was increasing the actual power of Super Saiyan. That... Either way, point being, 50 times multiplier on your base. Just as it is, at that point, even in base form, these guys are planet busters. At this point, they can easily wipe out solar systems with the level of power they have. Super Saiyan 2 is a times 2 multiplier on that, which just, boosts it even further. Super Saiyan 3, even the Dragon Ball Z was capable of nearly destroying the planet just by Goku powering up. It could be felt in the realm of Akai's, which is a completely different area of the universe. I don't mean in space. I mean technically a separate dimensional part of the universe, because it's almost like a macroverse kind of thing. So, and yeah, it could be felt there. That's how strong Super Saiyan 3 was in the Boo Saga before the God Ki stuff came into fray. Then you have Super Saiyan God, which at this point in their, respective careers, they're universal beings at the Super Saiyan God, because the clash between Beerus and Goku was threatening to destroy the entirety of the Dragon Ball universe. And that was the shockwaves of their punches hitting. And they've improved upon that since then. Plus, you get a cool ability Goku shows off in the Broly movie, where he actually binds Broly with his God Key, which was really cool. Then Super Saiyan Blue is even stronger than that. That's about perfecting your ki control and your power level, and making sure energy doesn't leak out as much. So they can actually literally control how much power output they have in Super Saiyan Blue. Add on for Goku, Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, which he could do up to 20 in his fight with Jiren, and that's 20 times whatever the power he has there. At that point, this is the character that if he had a technique that could actually destroy the universe, could destroy the universe. Vegeta's Royal Blue form is similar to that, but we don't know actually what the power increase is compared to Super Saiyan Blue. It's implied to be very similar to Goku's Kaioken times 20, though we never actually see it. We never actually know if that is the case. Plus, we haven't seen Vegeta use it since then, so who knows. And then finally, we have Ultra Instinct, Master Ultra Instinct, and Ultra Instinct Omen. Now, Ultra Instinct Omen and Ultra Instinct technically are not transformations. They are more of a state of mind, but that is bullshit, because we know for a fact it kind of is a transformation. Goku's hair changes color, he changes form, his power does increase. We know for a fact it does increase. It literally shook the world of Void, which is a world of nothingness, and it was shaking it. So it's bullshit to say it's not a transformation. He was losing the Beerus, he was losing the Jiren at Kaioken times 20 Super Saiyan Blue, but once he got into Ultra Instinct Omen and then Ultra Instinct Mastered, he was able to fight evenly with Jiren and then start to beat the living hell out of Jiren. So yeah, don't tell me it's not a transformation with a power increase. And again, he's at that point he's a universal being with Ultra Instinct, meaning he's just reacting. His body does not need to he does not need to think about how he's acting or reacting. His body's just doing it for him. Now in the anime he hasn't mastered it, so he can't do Ultra Instinct Master for very long before it wrecks his body. In the manga he did master it and learned to do it just automatically. So yeah, these guys are powerhouses. They are absolutely some of the strongest anime characters around, just on sheer power grounds. They're some of the strongest anime characters around. Not like the top 10 probably, but they're in the top 50 easy. And you think that's not the strongest around. That's not a lot. It's you know how many anime characters there really are? It's no, they're well in the top 50, almost guaranteed. They're characters who, again, if they had the proper technique like a Hakai or something, could destroy the universe, no problem. Beerus could destroy the universe. We know for a fact Beerus could easily destroy the universe. And the Dragon Ball universe is much larger than our own, apparently. Shazam and Black Adam, respectively, are individuals who have drawn their powers from certain wizards. I believe it's Wizard Shazam, obviously, for Shazam. He's no longer Captain Marvel, he's Shazam. I can't remember if not Black Lightning, Black Adam had drew it from Shazam as well. I think it was a different wizard, because the gods, it's the strength of Hercules, the courage of Achilles, the thunderbolt, the lightning of Zeus, wisdom of Solomon, all that. That's what it is. And they're all Greek pantheon gods. Whereas with Black Adam, it's, I believe, all Egyptian gods, like the strength of Set or something like that. And as far as I know, later on, the gods did change as well. It wasn't the Greek pantheon anymore. It was something else. Point being, these guys are they're pretty much the mirror image of each other in terms of good and evil. The power sets are near identical. They have super strength, super speed, super senses. Shazam can teleport anywhere, just yelling, going back to, what is it? The Solomon, not the Stone of Solomon. There's it's like an extra dimensional location he can go to if he needs to. And it can give him the answer to anything he really needs if he needs it. Black Adam does have something similar. But more importantly, what will really be throwing down in this fight is their strength output, their durability, and their speed, and their fighting skill. Both these characters, because they're magical based, can actually beat the snot out of Superman in the right context. The Superman can just as easily beat the snot out of them in the right context. But they're characters who do pose a legitimate threat to Superman because of the nature of their powers. And as such, their strength is very much in the realm of Superman level strengths. Because when they had to pick up the Spectre, it was him, Superman, and Wonder Woman trying to pick him up, but they failed. I hate, by the way, of all the death battles they've done, and I like pretty much all the death battles at some level. Even if I don't agree with the outcome, they're still entertaining fights to watch, 100%. But that was the problem when they did Goku versus Superman 2. It's like they're using information about that, like they're just treating Superman as the end all be all for a hero without taking into consideration, like they said, oh, he was lifting up his everything. Yeah, but they failed to do that. He did not lift he failed to lift the book of infinite pages. You're not addressing any of these things. You lowballed Goku. It's like, you're really just wanking Superman's extraterrestrial wang here, man. Come on. I digress. That is one of the few death battles I legitimately have a problem with in terms of how they did the outcome, not necessarily what the outcome. If it was going to be Superman, that's fine, but, actually do the proper research in that regard. I get it. He is Superman, but come on. But anyway, these are characters who are very similar in that regard. Strength-wise, they can compete with Superman. Speed-wise, they can compete with Superman. Durability-wise, they can compete with Superman. Fighting skill, though, that one, they're not. The problem with anyone, be it Black Adam, Shazam, even Superman, is they're not fighters. Superman does know two Kryptonian martial arts, certainly. One's a mental martial art, and one is basically just entering the phase, kind of entering his own version of Ultra Instinct a little bit. But neither of them are actually combat-oriented martial arts, per se. One looks more like Tai Chi when he's kind of like practicing it. But Superman, for the most part, he knows pressure points and all that stuff. For the most part, is just kind of a skilled brawler. He's a brawler with a bit of finesse. Shazam and Black Adam are kind of the same way, particularly Shazam because he's just a kid. Black Adam does have a bit more experience there because I believe he's been around longer than Shazam has. So he's a little less he's a bit more refined than someone like Superman is Shazam. But ultimately, they're not really martial artists, per se. Obviously, they have their lightning, wisdom of Solomon, or whatever. I can't remember what exactly the equivalent for Black Adam is, but similar premise. They don't really have any legitimate weakness. Saying Shazam and a lightning bolt hitting him will turn him back into Billy Batson. I have to imagine it's similar for Black Adam. Not that you could get them to say that in this fight, probably. So yeah, they don't really have any set weakness. They just need to be overpowered, is what it is. So if these duos met in the fight, who would win? Well, they would probably square off, like in Shazam and Black Adam are mate. Black Adam's gone from being a villain to an anti-hero and back and forth. So let's put this in the scenario where he's an anti-hero and kind of having like a bit of a meeting with Shazam and all that. And Goku and Vegeta just happen to be like thrown into the universe, and they're wondering who Goku and Vegeta are. And they say, "Well, I'm Goku. I'm Vegeta. Who are you?" I was like, I would say who I am, but can't really reveal that. It's like he's Shazam. I'm Black Adam. What do you want? It's like, what do you want? Well, we just got thrown. It's like, yeah, you seem powerful. You seem a threat. We cannot allow you to go. It's like, my chromatic colored comrade here is quite correct. I hate you. You know this. Of course I do. So why don't you come with us peacefully and we'll all sort this out. It's like, no, we'll find another way out. It's like, yes, we're not really willing to waste time with weaklings. What did you say? It's like, you heard me. And the fight breaks down. So, they're going, and in base form, Goku and Vegeta, I don't think could match Shazam and Black Adam in terms of physical strength. I just don't think they can. I'm not going to mince words. I do think Goku could beat Superman in a fight, but in terms of pure physical strength, oh no, Goku gets tossed around like a rag doll when it comes to pure physical strength with Superman. Vegeta would too, and it's pretty much what's going on here. Like, they're trying, they can't do anything. They immediately go into Super Saiyan, which quickly evens the playing field out a bit here. And yeah, they're squaring off, going back and forth, firing lightning, firing ki blast. Nothing's really hurting Shazam or Black Adam much at this point. Goku and Vegeta are both realizing, okay, no, we need to step it up a bit more. Not even just bypassing Super Saiyan. Trying Super Saiyan 2 out a little bit. Again, handles themselves a little better, but they're still getting thrown around. Black Adam, I imagine, would want to go for Goku because he views him as the stronger opponent, but Vegeta gets in the way. And Shazam and Goku versus, versus each other, and Vegeta and Black Adam versus each other. At this point, Goku, powers up, and I like to go through the whole roster, powers up to Super Saiyan 3, and Vegeta just goes Super Saiyan God. Now, at this point, the fight quickly turns. Because remember, just in Dragon Ball Z alone, Goku's Super Saiyan 3, before he had any God training and acclimated that God power to his base form, was able to literally shake the planet with him powering up to Super Saiyan 3, which is kind of, and could be felt from a universe away pretty much. And that's kind of an indication of how powerful Super Saiyan 3's output is. Now you factor in Goku who's trained with gods, had that power increase from base, all that. Now you're dealing with an individual who, if he's shaking the planet when he powers up, this is an individual whose punches are going to hurt. Even for someone as strong as these guys. Like that, I get it, screw attack, but man, I really feel he dropped the ball on that one. Vegeta, likewise, even bypasses that and goes straight to God, which again, at that point, puts them on a universal destroyer level of power. Now these two are squaring up, and now it is going not as well for Shazam and Black Adam. Shazam and Goku are squaring up, and Shazam's like, Shazam! Hits him with the lightning bolt. Goku gets blasted into the ground, but easily uses instant transmission, smacks Shazam in the back, but Shazam, pops in out of there and then pops back, fully recovered. He's like, wow, that's really cool. How'd you do that? It's like, wouldn't you like to know? And then they clash again. Meanwhile, Goku and Black Adam are squaring off. Black Adam fires energy blast, but Vegeta just kind of negates it. Kind of does what Goku does. Because I imagine you could do the same thing. Binds him with some ki. Now, I do think they're strong enough to break the ki bind from God form, but it takes some effort. Like, Shazam! Boom! Blast the ki form a cage out. But Vegeta comes in and just gut checks Black Adam, who feels it, just and gets blasted back. Goku at this point now has gone to full God ki for Super Saiyan God as well, and is duking out Shazam. They both blast them back. Was like, no more holding back. And Vegeta and Goku's like, we agree. So, yeah, why don't we go all out, Vegeta? And they both power up. Super Saiyan Blue comes in. And they are both squaring off again. Goku's throwing the Kaioken up. Vegeta even goes on the Royal Blue. They are just clashing. They'd probably destroying sections of like the city or area they're in with just the pure shockwaves of blasts. They're just going back and forth, back and forth. And at this point, I would honestly probably just be giving the win at this point to Goku and Vegeta. But let's play the whole full scenario out here. Black Adam gets a lucky hit on Vegeta. Boom, knocks him down. He's not knocked out, but he's struggling to get back up. Goku gets in the way to protect Vegeta from the super blast of energy from Black Adam, and Shazam gets in the way as well. Goku just, blocks it. Like, finally just goes into Ultra Instinct, and we'll just say it's mastered Ultra Instinct at this point. And now he's basically taking both these guys on, and now these guys can't land a freaking hit on him. Not only that, he's perfectly counterattacking. So now he's just laying waste to both these guys. Boom, boom, boom. And then we're like, what the hell? And then he just blasts them both. Vegeta finally gets back off, pissed off, comes in right from behind Black Adam with a final flash, like, from me to you! Final Flash! Point blank's Final Flash, Super Saiyan Royal Blue, Black Adam, straight into Shazam, who Goku then just, boom, gut checks, tosses into Black Adam. Both of them get hit by the blast, and both of them are just knocked out cold. And, they power down, and, eventually it's like, it all works out. Superman shows up, and what's going on here? It's like, well, they attacked us and all this. Is this true? It's like, well, yeah, they wouldn't come with us. Like, dude, what? It's like, what are you talking about? It's like, I apologize for this. You could have got a lot of people hurt. Yeah, no, we were smart enough to take it out of the city. We didn't want anyone to get hurt from this. Plus, it's always good to have a nice fight. I was like, indeed, they were worthy foes. They were worthy foes indeed. You seem pretty strong yourself as well. as well. Though we all a bit worn out from that fight. But after a bit of recovery, how about we go around? It's like, no thanks. One of them, though, is looking over and it's like, these two, they are warriors indeed. But ultimately, yeah, because of the sheer level of power that Goku and Vegeta have, and I feel like people both oversell and underplay how strong Goku and Vegeta actually became in Dragon Ball Super. I should always reiterate this point because I think it's very apt. They are universal level destroyers in many ways. If they so chose to let their energy run wild, like Beerus and Goku did in their clash, they are universal destroyer level powered individuals. Shazam and Black Adam are not. And I think that's one of the reasons why I do go with the belief that Goku would beat Superman, is that Superman, and some incarnations of him, is a universal level destroyer. But if you're going by the general incarnation, New 52, Rebirth, pre-Crisis is arguable. But like post-Crisis, before, like, unless he's got some sort of amp, unless it's something, the sun or like enhancement or cosmic armor Superman, holy crap, that version, he's not a universal destroyer. He's just not. Which is why Darkseid kind of is a universal destroyer, and why Darkseid is just generally stronger than Superman. So that's why I always think that, I always believe that, and still believe Goku would beat Superman. These guys, as strong as they are, aren't quite Superman level. Like, they're within his tier, but he's kind of higher within the tier than they are, despite the fact they are magical and therefore are technically a good countermeasure to him. But because of that, they don't bring enough to the table apart from pure physicality to bring these guys down. And let's be honest, from the initial clash they'd have in base form, Goku and Vegeta would quickly be powering up to higher forms, which would quickly be closing the strength gap because their physical abilities get augmented by their ki as well. So ultimately, my money is for the powered blue duo, or the blue power duo. But what do you think? Is it the power blue duo or the black and red? Put in the comments below and let me know. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. As always, if you want to review something, put the comments below. Let me know. I'll get to it at some point. But thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you folks next time. Have a good one, and a happy birthday to Mr. John. Hit that bell if you want notifications, everyone.